Good morning, I'm Jennifer at Trimble County Adult Education Center, and I am an English teacher completing professional development by teaching a math lesson originally written by Angela Stephan about functions and evaluating problems with functions. By the end of the lesson, we will be able to recognize when graphs, t-charts, and ordered pairs are functions and how to evaluate problems with functions. And I know that there might be some terms on here that you're not familiar with, but as we go through the lesson, we will discuss each of those terms. Some of the things that you will see as we go through are functions, pattern, domain, range, t-chart, and ordered pair. So just be aware that those are the terms that you'll be seeing as we go along. What I'd really like to start with is a review. You've studied this before many times. This is a function. And x plus 2 equals when x is equal to 5. So how would you substitute the 5 in here, and what would your answer be?
X would be 5 plus 2.
And the answer would be?
7.
Very good. Now, let's make it just a little bit harder. What if you substituted x equals 5 in here? Where do you put the 5?
What was the X?
Okay. And so, how would we write it at this step?
We will write it 5 plus 22 plus 3, 3/5.
It would be, it
Times
would look like
5.
that. Times 5, which would be?
Which will be 15.
Okay. So
and
5.
you will take 5 plus 22, which will be 27, and plus 15, which will be 27, plus 15, which will be 42.
Very good. So any questions about how to substitute the number 5 or a positive number within your function?
Nope.
All right, so let's change it up just a little bit. What happens when we just make this 5, instead of a positive 5, a negative 5? First, how do we end up writing x plus 2?
Negative 5.
All right. So what is negative 5 plus 2?
It's 7. It'll be negative 7.
Remember the...
Oh, negative 5. You have 5 and you have 2, but you owe 3, so it will be 3. Negative 3.
Very good. So negative 5 plus 2 would be negative 3.
Yes.
One of the ways I learned to do that was just to turn it around. So negative 5, and do it this way, and you know that that's a 3, and then carry your negative there. That's one of the ways I learned how to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so what if we substituted the negative 5 for these x's? So it would look like?
It would be negative 5
Mm-hmm.
plus 22 plus 3 times negative 5, which will be...
Well, let's look at it really quick.
Okay.
What is 3 times negative 5?
Negative 15.
Negative 15.
Negative 15.
And again, I usually take the long way with this, so bear with me. So then how would we solve from there?
Then we put negative 5 plus 22 plus negative 15, which will be...
Well, think about it this way. Let's combine. Our negative 5 and our negative 15 gives us what?
Will be 5.
Would be a negative?
Oh, would be a
20.
positive.
Negative 20.
Negative 20, okay,
Right.
negative 20.
And we have a positive here, so let's
Yeah.
put our positive there. So 22 minus 20,
Which will be 2.
which would be 2. Any questions about how I just kind of manipulated the numbers?
Nope.
Okay, and again,
Understand.
different people understand it in different ways. This is the way I understand it. Okay. Oh, now we're going to go back to patterns. When you are making your T-chart, it's really simple because it looks like a T. Just a long, it can be a very long tail T.
But
This
you
is
would have
X.
X and then you Y.
Correct. We know it is a,
-5. X will be -5.
right,
And y will be a 2.
okay, so if -5 is here and 2 is here, what happens if we make this a -6? What would this number become?
It will be negative. It will be a +3.
A positive, go the other way.
1.
1.
1.
+1.
And if this
Okay.
becomes a -7, this would become a
0.
0. -8, and this would
-1.
become
-1.
a
Yeah.
-1.
Okay.